My dear friends, lovers of the program Demystifying Academic Research, or better still, Demystifying the Demystifiable, you are once more welcome to another special edition of our program, an edition that is dedicated entirely for us to look at how to study at Memorial University in Newfoundland and Labrador in Canada. But first, before we get into the program itself, we are hit by sad news coming to us from Cameroon as we lost a loved one, a family member, in the person of 6-star Commissioner of Police Ngoe, Evelyn, whom we learned passed on to glory recently. And we felt that this is our first outing while she just passed away yesterday, or I think early this morning. We felt that it's also good for us to begin by offering a minute of silence in respect to her, because this is a lady that has been the Latin force behind what we have been for many years. 6-star Police Commissioner of Police Evelyn Ngoe passed on, and we felt that it's good for us to give a minute of silence as a tradition to the loved one that has gone ahead of us. A minute of silence, please. Thank you for supporting. Our dear sister, dear friend, Commissioner Ngoe, Evelyn Besimbu, may God be with you till we meet again. Our dear friends and lovers of the program, like we said, this program for today has delayed a bit because of the questions that we received that took us away, and we're trying to make a reaction to people's questions. I want to make it clear to us that we do not take any of your questions for granted. So please keep sending the questions, because we are ready to answer. We encourage you to keep making your reactions. Please, where we might not have passed the message in the way that you are better schooled than us in a particular field, please drop your comments at the comment section. We are always glad to come and make an update or a rejoinder and make a correction, because it's a learning community we are building, and we are glad that you are there. You is a returning subscriber. Thank you, please, for coming again, and please keep coming, and we'll keep sharing what we have. Our goal is that the program should be very, very responsive and be proactive. So we look at what may interest you, we share, and you can react. Then we can go deeper based on your interest. And so if you are a returning subscriber, we are glad to have you there. We pray that you continue to come as we share each person opportunity. If you are a new person coming for the very first time, we cannot say anything better than to say thank you for finding us and having confidence to give you a time to listen to us and then to make a contribution. Guess what? We do not take your time for granted. We do not take your question for granted. In fact, we are so grateful for every time you pass or you give to us to share with you. It's a privilege that it's a privilege to us that you can listen to us as we share with you. We will find a bigger privilege if you are able to give us an assignment by asking us a question, by making your comments. We'll be so very happy to share with you. Remember, for those who have been following the program, we discussed that it is possible for you to move from, example, having the WAEC in Nigeria or the US High School Diploma in Cameroon or in America, or the GC Advanced Level in Cameroon. You can move to the US and study for a bachelor degree for free at Berea University in Kentucky, USA. And then you can move from there and study for free at a master level at Tyndale Theological Seminary near Schiphol in Amsterdam for free in the Netherlands. And we said that because it costs seminary, don't think they're only for pastors or for seminarians or theologians. Of course, the programs they have theological connotations, but even with your degree in chemistry, in English, in French, you can still go to Tyndale Theological Seminary for a master's program. And then you can move from there and go to Memorial University in Newfoundland and Labrador. Online you will find it is spelled Newfoundland, but it's actually pronounced Newfoundland. Memorial University in Newfoundland and Labrador, they can study for a PhD, and it's almost for free. I said almost for free, not for free. But it's one, because you discover that this university, the Memorial University in Newfoundland and Labrador in Canada, is the cheapest university when it comes to cost in the entire Canada. And so what are you waiting for? Please, let me quickly add also that although this program is, or we dedicated it to looking at how to study at Newfoundland and Labrador University, my university, Newfoundland and Labrador, for the PhD or doctoral level, it's a big university that you can see equally go there and study for the undergraduate, and study for the masters, and study for the PhD. So although we'll be focusing on the PhD level only for the university in particular, you are free to look at other options. What are we saying? In other words, saying that please be like the Bereans. Whatever we say here, take time to verify. Ask other people. Check online yourself, because some information we got online and others from friends who know more in the university will talk about. So please take your time and do your findings and ask your question and compare the facts, because what we give here, it is scientifically proven. We give open facts that you can cross-check for yourself. You are not bound to take our words as a testament. No. You are free to verify and even dispute with us so that we can make arguments. After that's all about academic research. It's making an argument. This forum, as I said, if you are coming for the first time and you're interested in traveling abroad, but you have little funding, you have come to the right place with a limited budget. If you want to travel abroad and study abroad, and you are skeptical about the information circulating out there, and you have information, and you want information where you can actually hold a pro to book, and the book can stand by their words, then you have come to the right place. That's not all. If you are interested in knowing something about your mental health, we try as much as possible to explain some mental processes like depression, like social anxiety, like other issues, and we give our evidence and our proposals scripturally backed. And so if you are in that mood that needs something that concerns the supernatural, we can do our best to be a guide. But then remember, we're as human as you, so you are free to verify whatever we say. Once more, you are welcome to our program, as we are glad to have you. Although, as we said before, we are mourning our sister, our mother, our friend, Sister Commissioner of Police, Commissioner Ngoe in Cameroon. She was always happy that information should be shared, because as a top-notch security boss, Her job was to pass around the right information and keep peace. Once people have the right information, they can have peace and they can move gently. So please be contented, because contentment is what will take us further. Be contented where you are now, but don't be super satisfied. Look for something better. Welcome, please. And we're talking about Moon. Moon is MUN, that's the abbreviation, and it's Memorial University in Newfoundland and Labrador. Now, it is a public university. In other words, it's not owned by a church to be denominational or an individual to be private. So by being a public university, it therefore has some funding from the state and from the taxpayers' money. And so that may explain why you will discover that it is the cheapest university in terms of cost in the entire tuition fee or tuition cost in entire Canada. Yes, we also went further to say that Canada has so many provinces. We thought that we should give this background before we start the program fully. We should touch the background, go around, touch important facts circulating around the university. That when you decide, because some people think that it's better to go to Saskatchewan. Some other think it's better to go to Manitoba. Some other think it's better to go to Alberta. Myself, I got a mission to study at Toronto. So people have various options. Some people think about Quebec. Some people think about many other areas. But today we are looking at Memorial University in Newfoundland and Labrador. Why? Because we have discovered that, take it or leave it, it's the cheapest university in terms of cost that you can go there to study. So therefore it's very good, and the admission rate for international students is so high and so nice that with a little budget and not so much sound wonderful great GPA, you can still make your way into Canada to the Newfoundland and Labrador University. We said the university is found, the main campus is found in St. John's, that is still here. But there are other 5 satellite campuses there, because in total there are 6 campuses. There are others in other parts of the country. For instance, you have after the St. John's, which is the St. John's campus, you also have the Grenfell. Grenfell is spelled Grenfell campus. It is in Corner Brook. And then we also have the Marine Institute, which is found in St. John's. That's the third. The fourth, you have the Harlow campus. Harlow is spelled Harlow campus. Is found in Harlow in the UK. You don't get that? In other words, you can actually get to Canada as a student at Newfoundland and Labrador University. Then you find yourself studying in London or in the UK. In the UK, because they have a satellite campus there, which people can come to do research and other studies. You get the point? So it's a university that has intercontinental connections. Now we are saying the fifth one is at Signa Hill. Signa is spelled SIGNAL. Signa Hill campus, that is also in St. John's. And the last, the number 6 campus, the newest, as I learned, is found at the Labrador campus. It's found at Happy Valley Goose Bay. Dear friends, those are the 6 satellite campuses that is owned by this Moon. Okay, Moon, yes, M-U-N, Moon. I hope my pronunciation is correct. M-U-N, Moon. So it means Memorial University in Newfoundland and Labrador. Now, you may ask yourself, hey, look here, Michael, which are the programs or which type of certificate can one have after studying this university? If that is your thought pattern, you are doing the right thing, you are thinking well. Now, the university offers certificate, diploma, bachelor, master's, and doctorate programs. There are some that are online, others that are on site. For the courses, it offers about 475 courses online, and the rest are offered on site. It is the largest Moon Memorial University in Newfoundland and Labrador is the largest university in the entire Atlantic Canada. Atlantic Canada has many universities, but it is the largest in entire Atlantic Canada. Now, we are saying that the faculty and the staff put together, there are 3,800 members. and they come from 115 nationalities. Can you imagine? 100. So even Africa put together, the number of nations Africa put together is not of the number of teachers, staff that they have in that university. Can you imagine? Now we are saying that the university is ranked, or was ranked, I think in 2015 or so, as between the 701 and 750th QS world ranking for university. The number of the university is among the 3% top university in the entire world. It is important to know, to have an idea about its weather. Let me quickly say that when it comes to weather, I think they are not blessed. Oh my. It's relative, eh? When I say I think they are not blessed, you can see the color of my skin now. I'm from Africa, so we are used to sunny climate, very hot. That's why we have a city in South Africa called a sunny site. It's a city in Pretoria. Sunny side city. You can make a city sunny side city. I was there. I've been there, so I know what I'm talking about. What are we saying? We are saying that they are not blessed with sunny side cities. In other words, if you love snow, then you are going. If you love snow, if you love the cold, if you like putting a winter jacket too, if you like feeling, because I remember when somebody told me that it's all about how you dress. You get a point. So no matter, and of course, salary will not change because there is nowhere, the climate is cold, or you don't go to work. So what are we saying? We are saying that if you love snow, if you love the cold, if you love harsh cold, Newfoundland and Labrador is a place for you. So be prepared to go to a university in Canada, Memorial University in Newfoundland and Labrador in Canada. It is up north of Canada, and the average weather climate, please, my dear person, average temperature in winter is 0 degrees. And you may say, okay, that's not bad. Okay, 0 degrees, okay, it's for freezing. Then the average temperature for summer is only 16. So you can imagine. So it's actually good for people who love to enjoy snow, to go skiing, to go outside. You love that. You should have some snow around you, play with snow, you enjoy winter jacket. Then this university is for you. Now, we're also saying that I'm saying it's the cheapest university in the entire Canada. I think that I'll do an edition where I'll compare it, because some scholars argue that university in Saskatchewan, New Brunswick, university in Manitoba are also cheaper. But I did some statistics and find that discovered that Newfoundland and Labrador, the university, Memorial University there, is the cheapest. Because you look at the tuition fee, the cost. But there's a twist, because when it comes to that issue of jobs and all whatnot, now we can be finding some differences. But when it comes to tuition itself, I bet you Newfoundland and Labrador takes the lead with the cheapest university. So this is what I plan for us to share today. There are more than 100 degree programs that the university offers. More than 100 degree programs. And the student population just last year was 19,400 students. Did you get that? 19,400 students. And more than about 40% or so come from out of Canada. My dear friend, if you love to travel to Canada to study at the doctoral level, like I said, in the next program, we will look entirely on the nature, because since there are many programs offered. Is it chemistry? Is it accounting? Is it MBA? MBA, they have master. They have doctorate in medicine, doctorate in business, doctorate in psychology, philosophy, English, psychology. They have all those doctorate programs, and they have various types of scholarship: internal scholarship, class scholarship, and student scholarship. And then I discovered some, like I was looking at gender studies PhD. I realized that almost all the students admitted in that program have a certain amount of scholarship. In fact, if you take critical study, I beg to say that at the end of the day, you can study in Newfoundland and Labrador University, Memorial University, Newfoundland Labrador for free. Yeah, if you look, I will try to take a case study where it comes to, for instance, doctorate degree in gender studies or in sociology. And you will see how they have put the number of scholarships available for all students that are admitted. Then you compare the standard of Canada and other places. People are paying huge sums of money in areas that they don't want to. But they don't know that they can actually use a bit of that money and study in Canada and be satisfied. And because some students desire a place where after studying, though they may want to go back home, they should have the option to stay if they want to. Canada offers that place. Are you looking at traveling abroad to study with a goal of permanent residence? I think Canada is one of the best places to think about because it is straightforward. Yeah, you have those options in many countries in Europe, Sweden, Germany, the Netherlands, I think to a lesser extent Norway, I think Belgium. They have those options, but it's not so clear and there is not so open. But in Canada, it is clear. It is your right to actually come to study there for a master's program or a bachelor program or a doctorate program with the intention of staying forever. Get the point? So now I understand why many questions have been coming when it comes to studying in Canada. Please, we want to take time to digest the study in Canada. Although we initially promised to handle just the doctorate degree, if there is need, we will handle the bachelor degree again, handle the master's degree again to see how you can actually study not only in the Memorial University in Newfoundland and Labrador. We'll look at the university in New Brunswick, university in Manitoba, university in Saskatchewan. We'll look at all those universities. Those areas that are in Manitoba, for instance, you may pay